to our problem set. I hope you had a lot of fun doing the whiteboard work. We have to make sure we put in our names here. I'm definitely going to use a pen. You should not. You should use a pencil because if you make mistakes, you will. Oh, it's 10. 10 is October. It's amazing. If you make mistakes, you can erase them. All right, I'm using blue or a marker here so we can see them okay, even from the way in the back of the room, okay? So all the directions are here. We're going to read the directions, read these carefully, write our answers in the box. We're going to represent each number in the place value chart and use the place value chart to find the sum or difference. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Then we're going to write the answer in standard form, which is just regular form, in the answer box, okay? And that's what it is right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is use my brain first. I'm going to read and then try to solve it in my head, okay? Because I really feel like I can do that. So if I center this on my camera and I say, all right, I need to know 10,000 more. So it looks like I'm adding 10,000, okay? Then 605,472 is ... okay? So 605,000, okay? There's my first three numbers. See that comma there? So 605,000. So I need to put it right in this period here. So I'm going to write down 605,000. There's no 10, so that's 605,000. I put my little comma in there so we can, for me. And then I have 472. So that ends up going here, 472. So now I wrote out my answer in standard form, and I need to know 10,000 more than this. So 10,000 is right here, so I just need to add 1 to this place right here. And if you say, well 1 more than 0, Mr. Sherwin, is 1, right? You're right. Okay, so my answer here is 615,472, okay? So if I want to go backwards, see this addition sign here, I put in my 10,000, the one I just added. Okay, there it is. Just like that, okay? And then I have to put my answer into the answer box, 615,472, okay? Let's move on to the next one. It's kind of fun, all right? Math is fun, especially when you're being good listeners and you're asking questions and you're actively involved in the lesson. So I need 100,000 less. I see that word less. And I think, whoop, I'm doing subtraction. So 100,000 less than, do you remember the name of this? This is this kind of a number when it's listed like this. That's called expanded form. If you said expanded form, you're right. So 100,000 less than 400 plus 800, 400,000 plus 800,000 plus 1,000 plus 30 plus 6. So 400,000 plus 81. So you see that 481 all in the thousands place, and I got that here. And then I got 36. There's 36. Well, I'm missing hundreds. Well, if I don't have any hundreds, I put a 0 there. And I go 1, 2, 3, comma. So I got 481,036. That's it. Okay, so I need 100,000 less. So here's my 100,000s place. So I'm just doing 100,000 less. So just 1 less than that. Guess what that's going to be? 3. And the rest stays the same. Okay. Now if I just say, oh, I subtracted 100,000. See, this has got the wrong thing in there. So what we're going to do is cross that out. I'm going to put my subtraction sign there. I just noticed that it had a plus sign, but it said less, right? So I put my 100,000 in, and guess what? It works. All right, we getting the hang of it? Awesome. Now here, this one's going to try to trick us, of course. So here we go. I've got 230,070 is blank more than 130,070. So let me check this out. Is blank more than, okay. So I'm going to decide here. I'm going to put down 230,000 down here, okay? 70. Okay. And then up here, I'm going to put my 130,000, 70. And I got to say, well, what's going to get me from here to there? See how these numbers all remain the same? Well, if I just add, change this little one to add 100,000, I am going to get 200,000, 230,000, 70. So my answer here is 100,000. Okay, and I forgot up here to write my answer in the answer box, which would be 381,036. Man, we're doing great. You're cruising along. It looks wonderful. Okay, so we're going to read this one. It says, Lucy plays an online math game. She scored 100,000 more points on level 2 than on level 3. If she scored 349,867 points on level 2, what was her score on level 3? Well, I have to kind of write this one out, so I'm going to come down here to figure out what my answer is. So this would be level 2, right? I'm going to just write down level 2. And then here, I'm going to write down level 3. Okay, so I'm going to kind of split these up a little line here. It says here, she scored 100,000 more points on level 2 than on level 3. So she scored more on level 2. And then down here, it gives me the score she has on level 2. So I'm going to write down the score she got in level 2. That's 349,867. So this would be a higher score, right? So I'm just going to put down higher score down here. I'm going to say higher. So this would be lower, right? Because she scored more points on level 2. So 100,000 more here. So if this needs to be higher, this needs to be less. So am I going to add or subtract 100,000 from this? You're right. If you said subtract because level 2 is the higher score, you're right. She scored 100,000 less. So there's my 100,000s place. So I'm going to write down 249,867 in this area here, okay? So that would be a subtraction on that. So over here, I'm going to write that down, 249,867, okay? So explaining our thinking here, okay? So I could say, I took 100,000 from 349,867 to get 249,867 points. Period. Okay, so we're on to the next one. I see here, fill in the blank for each equation. 10,000 plus 40,060. All right, this I could do in my head, or I can get my whiteboard out and do it. I see I'm just adding 1 to the 10,000s place, right? Everything else stays the same. I move on down to this one, and I see 21,195 minus 10,000. So I can take 1 off the 10,000s place. What's 1 less than 2? If you said 1, you're correct. Now, kids, if you're finding that you need to write this out, if you need to say 21,195, and then you're subtracting 10,000, as long as you're lining up the place values, you will get the same answers I am, okay? I want to encourage you to use your brain, though, to try to figure out the answer. And if you want to double check, you could do this off to the side. 5 minus 0 is 5, 9 minus 0 is 9, 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 0 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. You notice I got the same answer here, okay? It's just a real big understanding of place value. So I'm going to let you guys do the rest of this on your own with your teacher's help, if you have time, and we'll go from there. Great job today, and don't forget, use your brain first. Use your brain, and then write out your answers in pencil or pen. All right? All right, thanks. Nice job. We'll see you tomorrow.